the end of the event, we encourage all of you to open your camera, so please prepare yourself with proper appearance. And also, don't forget to change your Zoom background into the background we sent in the chat box. Just a kind reminder, if you haven't filled in the attendance forms, the link is given at the chat box. If there is any inquiry, please do not hesitate to contact our technical team. Stay tuned, our event will be starting shortly. All right, good morning to Mr. K. Huang Wei and General Manager of Tropical Precious Sdn Bhd and all of the respectable participants from BAM. Right, my name, I am Awang Ibrahim bin Awang Arif, a student from Bachelor's Degree of Horticulture Science, UPM, and I will be your moderator of the day. On behalf of Tropical Precious Sdn Bhd and committees of Pematani, we are pleased to welcome all of you to the Agriculture Career Prospect Tropical Precious Sdn Bhd. Right, today it is our honor to have this great opportunity to invite Mr. Grey Huang Wei, the speaker from Tropical Precious Sdn Bhd, to give us a talk about the company that will help us to explore our career path in the agricultural field. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's pass the floor to our speaker from Tropical Precious Sdn Bhd, Mr. Grey Huang Wei.
Okay. Shall I start now? Okay. So good morning to all, and thanks for the UPM invitations and giving me this opportunity to share some thoughts about our plantations and our business cultures to the UPM student and UPM professionals as well. So Tropical Precious Sdn Bhd is one of the company who are involved in the agriculture's industrials for more than 5 years. So basically, we are owning a plantation, okay, which we are doing some crops for the, what should I say, the coconut, papaya, bananas, and so on. So most of those are from the local fruits. Okay, so Tropical Precious is our marketing company, and we have an operation company in order to do the plantation management. Next slide, please. So we are located in Bukit Tangga, so-called Bukit Tangga. So it's a very huge area, 650 acres of land. Actually, from the maps you can see, we just opposite of Thailand. So when we're standing in our plantations, opposite will be, you can see a two fencing. Okay, there's a Malaysia borders and the Thailand's border. So we have total of the land size is 650 acres. Okay, and thereby surrounding will be a lot of army, a lot of security over there, because the border is a very important area for them to make sure Malaysia are safe, our plantation is safe, and no smuggler come in. So actually our plantation is quite in a very high level of security. Okay, and this piece of land actually belongs to Kedah State. And we managed to tie up and work together with Kedah State with a certain times of durations of tenancies. So we can work very long, short like 30 years, from the context onwards. So we currently have 650 acres, and we are planning to expand more. Next slide, please. Next, please. So in short, We totally have coconut tree. Sorry, back to the previous slide. Yeah, coconut trees. We have 32,000 of coconut trees. So we have different species of coconut trees, short like pandan, matab, F1, and certain varieties of species. And for the banana trees, we have about 10,000 trees. Papaya trees about 2,000, and a passion fruit about 2 acres. Passion fruit is a kind of, we say, a makisa. Yeah. So all those are covering what we have now. But however, the utilizations of the total land, I think we still yet to reach 80% of the total land. Total land was 650 acres, so we still have plenty of space, plenty of land to develop for a new agriculture product. Okay, so this is what we have currently, and we are trying to expand it now. So furthermore, we also have our nursery system, to start to nursery on the coconut trees. We try to sell the coconut trees to outsider, and we try to clone the coconut tree as well. So currently we do have this, but I strongly believe if we have a proper management of the plantations, and if we get the involvement of the UPM, the specialists, the professional, I think the trees and the harvest and the land utilization will be more than that. Okay, so this is at this stage we are going to expand more. Okay, next please. So in our plantation total manpower, we have 32 foreign workers, most of them Bangladesh, and 5 of the local workers on the plantation. What we're facing the most difficulty is those people, they are kind of labor work. Okay, they don't have a very specialist, they don't know how to do analysis, even they don't have a very strong skill of the plantation management. Okay, however, it's good to say that we still can achieve the sales revenue about 5 million for year 2021. And of course, we are targeted the sales revenue to be a 6 million for year 2022. In a growth rate of 20% versus last year. So from there, you can see that there's a short introductions of a sales revenue generated by the pie chart. So 56% is from the coconuts. As you see, we have plenty of the coconut trees. Okay, then actually we can easily increase the revenue of the coconut if we have a very good management to do the collection of those coconut in order to avoid the coconut turn become like a old coconut. So old coconut we can sell very cheap because this is something in a poor management, so we couldn't deliver or sell the fresh coconut with a higher price. So I think that's a gap for us in order to increase our revenue. So coconut 56%, banana 12, papaya 12, passion fruit 12, and 10 others is kind of like we have a durian branda, is so-called soursop. Okay, actually we have lots of trees of soursop. We yet to harvest for the fruit, but we already harvest on the soursop leaf, because the leaf, in what we believe, the leaf is very useful for medication purpose, especially for this diabetes problems or high blood pressure problem. So that's why we have a factory to produce on soursop tea leaf, in order to supply in the market. We are focused on those diabetes and those high blood pressure patients. And I think this is a been proven result from the market. And we have our own manufacturing for the tea bag itself. Okay, so I think we're going to focus on this. And the reason why we can grow 20% in year 2022 is because of some of the soursop going to harvest by end of the year. So I think certain percentage of revenue will be generated by those. Okay, next please. So the main agenda for me, actually, I'm hoping I have an opportunity to work together with UPM, whether students, whether lecturers, or whether professionals. We have certain objectives to be improved. Okay, first of all, will be the percentage of the crops. Okay, the instant way and the faster way is the increase of the yield percentage of the crops. because by analysis, by layman kind of view, I think our crop percentage doesn't meet our expectations because we lack of expertise to help us on the what should I say, the fertilizer, the plant management, all this kind of thing. I think we can improve. So once you improve the crop percentage, definitely it will increase our revenue. So I think the right fertilizer will be very important for us, because now, even though we have about 40 people over there, but we don't have any expertise. But nowadays, in the modern world of technology in the plantation, I think we need those in order to increase our yield. Then the second thing, we'll talk about soil problems. Okay, I hope you can work together with UPM, to do some soil analysis. Maybe we can implement some new technology to understand our soil at the plantations, how to improve, or even though what should we do next, rather than just put in what should I say, the chemical fertilizer. Maybe you can try to mix up with some organic fertilizer in order to improve the soil conditions. Then furthermore, we have to improve the water system to assure the moisture of the soil. Because with this size of land, 650 acres, we have a very good proper planning on watering system, even though we have few lakes, in order to secure the water. But the water, in order to deliver to those particular area, in order to secure on the moisture of the soil, is very important. So I think we need expertise to advise us or to work together on this. Then the lastly will be a plantation management. So as I mentioned earlier, we need maximizations on our land plantation planning in order to increase our trees and increase our revenue. So we don't have any waste of lands or waste of area in order to leave it blank. And the blank thing, the blank area, definitely will take us lots of time, a lot of effort in order to clear it off. Why not we plant something is economical, workable, or is good for the company? Then we need the skill and the knowledge of a modern technology of agriculture to the staff in order to educate them. So it's in a kind of people developments, rather than just ask them to, okay, go and collect coconuts, go and put on the fertilizer. Why don't we teach them, when should be, what should be, how should be. So I think this is what we are really seeking for. Then of course, the last one will be a crossover with local expertise for new development of plantations and the management skill. So those photos are some activity. Next, please. So some photos are activities at our site. This is what we are trying to do, some tagging in order to calculate how many trees, then how to make sure our land, our soil can be captured all the moistures. I think this is very important, and I don't think we are doing well. Okay, next, please. As you see here, we are start to do the nursery, in order for the new coconut. Anak coconut. So we try to commercial it, and even though we try to expand our numbers of the tree in our plantations. And some more, as you can see, we also plant a lot of papaya. I think the tree about 2 to 3 years old, and they are doing good. But however, once we got attacked by those what they say, the red spiders, the attack of the bacteria, we couldn't control it, and sometimes it just whack our trees so badly, and no matter how effort we are trying to secure back, but we don't have expertise in order to avoid it or prevent it. So this is very important, because we have a very good growth of the tree, but when during the times we're trying to harvest it, but the attacks of the bacteria come in, and we don't know the way, and we don't know the effective way in order to cure all this disease. So this is what we need most. Next, please. This is the first picture was a kind of collection pot. So we will collect all the coconuts, all the bananas, and we will try to categorize it in the category of A with a better price, B and C. So we can categorize into 3 categories. Okay, so we do the segregations of the crops at our counter there. Then the next photo will be our coconut. I think they are okay, they are juicy, they are sweet, they are okay. And the last one will be our papaya. Okay, and this is about our crops. Next, please. So we have kind of a future development project. Okay, this is what we have been go through with our partners in Shakia. So he have a lot of thing, a lot of ideas in order how to utilize our land and develop more economics way of potential products, how to what should I do a lot of varieties of products we are going to do. So first will be the commercial production for local herbs tree using aquaponic system. Okay, because we have pond over there, so maybe we can do something on aquaponic for the case study. So production of a liquid organic fertilizer from industrial waste, because we're at our surrounding, I think about 30 km away, that's one of the big industrial land. So maybe we can do up something in order to reduce the waste of the industrials. Productions of organic pesticides and the plants hormones, that part I leave it to Professor. Common products of red chili using organic fertilizer out of my idea. I think he know well. Production of animals, fish feed using unwanted aquatic plants. Sounds very I say very expertise needed. Okay, and I think Professor Shakya know what to do with that. And the commercial production of organic ayam kampung using formulated feeds from the industrial waste. All these projects we've been, what should I say, been try to lobby with the Kedah State. However, we need time, we need expertise, then we need support from the local expertise or even university professors, in order to kick the programs out. So what we can do, we can provide certain kind of resources, like some economic support, some land support. Yeah, we can do so. Next, please. Next slide. So we are welcoming everyone from UBM to share, to collaborate, and to lead us for the betterment of plantation management. So should any students or any professionals or any who involved in the agricultural industrial would like to understand further or would like to collaborate with us, in any certain of angles, you can call me anytime. My name is Mr. Gay, and below is my telephone number, 016-854-3687. So I think today is about this, and I appreciate the time given to us, in order for us to do some brief introductions about our plantations. So should you have any questions, you may raise now. I will pass to Mr. Awang Ibrahim bin Awang. So you may make the call. Yeah.
All right, thank you, Mr. K. So to all the audience, if you have any question or any inquiries, please state your question in the chat box.
Okay, Mr. Gay, very interesting. So I think in your ladang sumeni lah, ada yang aqua, ada yang fruits dan sebagainya kan. So very varieties of other products after harvest. Mr. Gay, rasanya dia like.
Sorry about that, please.
Mr. Gay, adakah produk di Tropical Fruits ni dia hanya focusing on fruits only ataupun ada produk yang after harvest? I mean after yang you buatlah macam passion fruit, so you make it jam ke ataupun another product.
All right, very good questions. Actually, you are trying to lead me to answer further on our business consortium. Okay, actually, beside we doing plantation, we have another companies is so-called Fresh Greens Sdn Bhd. Okay, the factory is about 5 years ago. 5 years old. Okay, they are doing the fruit processing company. Okay, so we managed to turn some of our passion fruit into the paste, pack in a 1 kg pack, and vacuum it, and we IQF it, and to sell to those ice cream makers or the juice maker. So we don't waste any waste of if over harvest we will put into our factory in order to produce something. So the factory that we are producing on the vegetables, fruits, and now it's most like a durian season. So we process durians a lot in that factory. We do it durian pulp. We doing the durian paste, in order to sell to China, sell the locals for the bakery manufacturing. And even though for the China, they will take the durian paste as some kind of like a commercial product for them. They are so loving. They are so favorite with the durian pizza. Yeah. They have a kind of like thousands outlets in China. They are selling our durian pizza, and we are one of the suppliers. And of course, beside that, we also have our fertilizer company, but it's purely on the chemical fertilizer. We have fertilizer factory as well. But however, our R&D comes out the output, the fertilizer is more suitable for the palm oil. So even though our plantation, we're still taking in the fertilizer from other suppliers as well. Yeah.
So now you got many foreign workers. Kalau yang local tu
sorry,
kalau macam agronomis workers dan sebagainya tu your company ada ke, maksudnya ialah macam expertise untuk advice tanaman dan sebagainya. Sekarang yang currently expertise yang dengan tropical tu ada berapa ramai?
Actually the foreign worker, I wouldn't put it as an expertise. I would say it as a more experienced person. Okay, they don't have background. Maybe they have experience, but they don't know analytical study. So they just based on their experience. Okay, this now we had to put in what fertilizer, and this now I think the water, if not, all about think. Okay, thinking about and put on based on their experience. Say they don't have analytical study. So sometimes it just couldn't convince the management on this. They just based on their experience. So those local people, about 5 of them. So they will work together saying, maybe we need this fertilizer. Maybe we have to put on some salt on the coconut trees. But I'm not sure whether the soil is enough of nutrients. But the problem of our lack harvest, is it based on the root problems, the roots of the coconut trees, or what? Or are we oversupply on the fertilizer? We have no idea about that. So we need some expertise, really expertise, to tell us more in the numbering, in a more analytical studies. So we know what to do, and we know what to save. To save costs, we not oversupply on those, even though the nutrients of the soil is so much, but maybe they are just lack of kind of one element, but you keep on putting the element they don't need. So we need this kind of expertise. So I wouldn't put them as a very expertise. I will put them as a very experienced plantation workers. Yeah.
Okay. Then the grading for fruits, do manually or ada machine yang untuk grading, like papaya grading tadi tu dan juga coconut tu? Grading manually?
Manually, by now it's manually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Many of work.
Yeah. Also based on their experience, look at the shape, look at the size. Yeah, this is what they practice lah.
Okay, good, good.
Hmm.
Alright, so kalau ada intern student interest to do industrial training dekat Tropical, so what the benefit the company will offer to our student?
All right, it's a very good proposal for us. We are most welcome them. Okay,
Yeah.
and of course we will give them a certain of tokens, you know, in order to spend their industrial training at our plantations. So we will give some token to them first thing. And the second thing, we will assure on their security, their living, their daily fulfillments. We have to make sure that okay, mereka tidur okay, tidur lena, makan cukup, everything in order. So security also very important, especially in agricultures. Okay, we have a very good hostel for them. Just aside away from our warehouse, I think it's okay. Then of course talk about security. There's a lot of army is holding on the guns, So I think security no issue. Okay, but however, I think they need some kind of support in like kind of their daily lunch, dinner, do something on them, do some arrangement for them. Shouldn't be a problem, and we are most welcome them.
Your farm is very far from pekan ke atau kedai makan ke ataupun nearest dengan villages?
Come again?
Your farm dia jauh daripada pekan villages ke ataupun dia isolated in the
tak too jauh lah. I think it's by driving about 20 minutes you will get to the small town in Changlun already. 20 minutes. Still okay. But however, it's not so recommended because that's a plantations. So very dark. The area is very dark. Then you have to cross over the getah pokok getahnya ladang. Okay. So I think we can do something for them. In order to secure their living.
Okay.
But leave it to us. Yeah, I think we can manage it.
Okay, understand. Okay, we are welcoming also Dr. Rozaihan into our session also. Dr. Rozaihan is here also.
Hi.
Okay, maybe another question.
Okay.
The product you sell local or export?
Okay, the product now we are selling local, and as for your information for all, in Malaysia we have very short supply of coconuts. First thing, then of course the papaya, banana, we still got some import from our neighbor country like kind of Thailand. So I think for now on we still supply to the locals. We export them in a pay. We collect the EC, come back.
I think your network very lagging.
Really?
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
So very dramatic explanation because it's slow mo.
The coconut husk, the coconut husk, the alumni. What about you?
Oh, you mean the coconut husk? For now, we just sell the whole piece of coconuts, right? So we don't keep any coconut husk. But in fact, we have a lot of waste of coconut, kelapa tua. So we just put it aside. It's a very big of numbers, for the coconut shell and coconut husk. So we are planning to bring in a grinder, a big grinder, heavy duty grinder, in order to grind it to become a parts of our fertilizers. in near future. Yeah, we will do it on the side because they pile out just like kind of like a very small tree like that, the waste of the coconuts. So we will do something on that.
So if student interested to doing industrial training, so the who's we can contact to directly to Mr. K?
Yeah, for now I think I can be the window person for the student if they wanted to. Then once everything been settled down, then I will pass to my PA in order to do the internal arrangement. I think it's a small matter on this.
Okay, sure. Because after this, the tropical fruits will upload it to our website as part of the industrial training location. To
All right, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, and thanks for the opportunity given.
So another question, maybe from Awan also. Awan, you which program, Awan?
I am from Bachelor Horticultural Science.
Oh, horticulture.
Yeah.
So now you are year 2.
Yes, I'm on my second year right now.
Okay. So maybe this is for your future industrial training location.
Yes, true. I'll be thinking of that later. It is very interesting indeed.
So you must ask one question. You must ask one question to Mr. Gage.
Oh, I must. Oh, so far I don't have any question, but if I do have any question later, I'll be asking Mr. K. Yeah.
All right. Always welcome.
Don't worry. All right.
Always welcome.
All right. To all the audience, do you have any questions?
Dr. Rozihan ada nak cakap apa-apa ke? I think rasa Dr. Rozihan in Amali. Kalau tak ada, kita boleh wrap up awak.
Right. So it seems there's no more questions. So I would like to thank you, Mr. K. Hongwei, for the interesting sharing about Tropical Precious Sdn Bhd and for answering our questions. It is indeed very eye-opening to know about your company as how you guys start from zero and to what you are achieving now. And it is very interesting company. So the senior who are going to intern soon or love to travel, you can try applying here. All right. Thank you. Thank you once again, Mr. K. Wei, and the question from the floor. If you have any inquiries, you're encouraged to contact maybe the HR department. The details will be given maybe in the chat box already. Right. So, Mr. K. Wei, thank you very much for the fantastic sharing and such encouragement and great exposure for the participant who just joined us today.
All right, thank you.
So, all right, if there's nothing, ladies and gentlemen, before we end today's event, I think let's take a picture with our speaker, Mr. Ge Hongwei, and the teams from Tropical Precious Sdn Bhd. So all, please stand on your camera, and multimedia crew, please stand by and take a photo.
Zulfikri akan snap ke, Zul? Zul dah snap.
It's done.
All right, thank you to the multimedia crew, and thank you for the great smiles, everyone. So I believe we have now come to an end of Agriculture Career Prospect Tropical Precious Sdn Bhd. Today, it is our honor to have this great opportunity to invite once again Mr. Kei Huang Wei, Director of Human Resources and Administration. We would like to extend our gratitude also to Faculty of Agriculture UPM and also for Matani for your endless support. All right, we hope you have enjoyed today's event and have meaningful takeaway that will help with your future career development. Once again, if you have any inquiries, do not hesitate to ask or contact the HR department via their company number or email. You can also follow them if there is any media social. The details will be given in the chat box. Just a kind reminder for those who haven't filled in the attendance forms, the link is given at the chat box. If there is any inquiry, please do not hesitate to contact our technical team. Thank you and have a nice day, everyone.
Okay, terima kasih Mr. J.
Thank you, everyone.
Shatter.
Thank you, Mr. Gay.
Thank you for Shatter also.
And thank you for the sharing.